it's not real. Like I'm barely here. Like a tiny piece of my mind is here, and the rest is somewhere else where I have no idea what's going on. Hi, I'm Sareth. I am diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and PTSD. And today I'm going to need y'all to bear with me because the reason I chose to do this specific video today is because I'm having a particularly hard time right now with this symptom. Disassociation is common in many mental illnesses, and it is when you feel a disconnect from reality. It is often associated with things like trauma, such as in PTSD, where your mind cannot deal with certain emotions or certain memories, and so it sort of disconnects a bit, kind of numbs you out a bit, so that you're not thinking or reliving those memories or dwelling on those emotions or fully feeling them. Two specific types of disassociation are depersonalization and derealization. Depersonalization is when you feel detached from yourself and your emotions. People have described it to be almost like an out-of-body experience where you're observing yourself going through life, but you don't really feel your emotions. You don't really feel like you are you, or that you exist, or that you're even a person. It's been described as looking into a mirror and not recognizing the person you're looking at, or at least not feeling like it's you or like you are real. Derealization, on the other hand, is when you feel disconnected from your surroundings. It has been described as going through the motions, but everything feeling fake. Everything like you're watching a movie rather than actually doing things. It's also been described as feeling like a dream. Like everything is fake, everything is distorted, maybe. Like I said, disassociation, including depersonalization and derealization, happens in a lot of mental illnesses. In schizophrenia, depersonalization is very common, especially during the onset rather than later on in having it. Derealization does happen in other mental illnesses, but it is known for being particularly severe and prevalent in schizophrenia, and it's even considered a core symptom of schizophrenia. That said, not all schizophrenics experience any type of disassociation. Something to note is that a lot of psychotropic medicines like antipsychotics and antidepressant medicine can make you feel foggy, tired, like a zombie. That is different from these types of disassociation. With disassociation, it's not a feeling of, oh, I'm a bit tired, or oh, I feel a bit sick. It is a disconnect from reality where something, either you or your surroundings or your emotions, don't feel real, or they don't feel like yours, or they are extremely numb. It is not the same as the fatigue states that can be associated with psychotropic drugs. For me personally, I live in a pretty much constant state of depersonalization, which is disconnect from your surroundings. But there are times where it is much worse. And right now is one of the worst times. And I hope I don't seem like I'm over the place too much. I have recorded this video several times at this point, because with the depersonalization, my cognitive abilities and my my other symptoms of my schizophrenia, like disorganized thought, are worse because I feel like, because the derealization, I feel like everything is slowed and my mind is muddled and I can't really keep up properly. So everything is worse, and so I hope this take on the video is succinct enough. But also with me, since I do have the PTSD, I have to learn to know when the disassociation is because of the PTSD and when it's because of the schizophrenia. And normally how I tell is that it does feel a bit different. With the schizophrenia, there's usually not a trigger or anything. With the PTSD, I might have had like a bad nightmare or had run into someone I hadn't seen in a long time, or something that triggered a memory or emotion that is negative somehow. So usually I can tell what the difference is, and this is definitely leaning towards being schizophrenia related. I'll have to do a separate video at some point about the PTSD related disassociation. I'm rambling. I think that was everything I was trying to say. I have my notes, and like I said, I recorded this video like 10 times already, trying to make sure I was understandable. But like, if you look at this video and then you go and look at my other videos so far, I think you'll be able to tell a clear difference in my talking and my presentation and everything. What's very frustrating and even scary about when the disassociation, the derealization gets really bad, is that in the past, especially when I was unmedicated, I have lost days at a time because everything's so blurred and numbed, and just everything feels fake. The world around me feels like it's not real. Like I'm barely here, like a tiny piece of my mind is here and the rest is somewhere else where I have no idea what's going on. Is that if something were to happen, something bad, and my response time is so slowed and I'm not able to keep up with my surroundings because I'm too dazed, or however you want to say it, I'm not here, that I get afraid that something will happen and I won't be able to respond properly. So it's really a fight to stay present, to stay cognizant. I tend not, when it's bad, I tend to not go out at all. I'll stay at home. I won't do anything that might lead to a dangerous situation, such as cooking on the stove or going for a walk around the neighborhood or anything like that. As a precaution, because I do get scared that I'll not be able to respond properly to a dangerous situation. So, like, subscribe, suggest a video topic, tell me about your story, ask a question, just, the normal stuff, and hopefully I'll see y'all in another video. Bye.